Hi everyone, it's Mark Sewell from OBrien Real Estate Cranbourne with the first edition of my property news for 2021, where as always, we know the real estate information is on the house. I hope you all had an enjoyable break if you did get away. I was pretty much on deck throughout the break and there were plenty of buyers still around. Final sale for the year, that was done on New Year's Eve at 4 p.m. Really cutting it fine there. So, here we go. Despite 2020 finishing on a very positive note with strong sales activity and price growth, 2021 for Metro Melbourne has started with listing activity a bit slow to come out of the blocks. The contrary though is occurring in the regional holiday areas, with agencies being run off their feet with both listings and sales. Once the majority of holiday makers return from their sabbaticals later this month, we do expect Metro listing activity to increase again as the homeowners start to put their plans in place and progress their property aspirations. And why is property so aspirational, and why do almost 1 in 2 people say that property is their first choice when it comes to investment? This graph will help explain. Although the graph is only showing up to December 2017, you'll get the idea of how interest rates drive real estate prices. You can see that since the late 80s, when interest rates were 17%, and how prices changed according to the interest rate movements. There's a lot of commentary out there regarding the post-COVID boom, but when you look at this graph, it's simply a low interest rate environment that will quite simply move more and more people to property investment. Here's the December home price data released by CoreLogic earlier in January. In Metro Melbourne, we saw combined dwelling prices increase overall by 1% for the month, which is approximately a $10,000 increase in the median house price. In regional Victoria, we once again saw exceptional growth with 1.8% for the month finishing the year, 5.6% up with a median house price a little over $416,000. Moving on to the OBrien numbers for the week, we had a lighter than usual listing numbers week with 75 new listings launching, 76 properties going under offer, 75 selling, with a top sale price of $2.77 million. In market news this week, China's V-shaped economic recovery is complete, with economic growth now at pre-pandemic levels in the December quarter. In fact, GDP is at its strongest pace in 2 whole years. Population numbers release shows Victoria has lost its crown as the fastest growing state, which we held for the past 6 years. Queensland is now the fastest growing state in Australia. Mortgage deferrals fell for the quarter of their peak according to the latest APRA figures. Frozen mortgages are down to below $50 billion, while frozen business loans are down to $7.6 billion from a peak of $195 billion and $55 billion respectively. ABS reported council approvals to build new homes rose by 2.6% in the 28-month highs in November. House approvals by 5.9%, but apartment approvals fell by 3.9%. Well, that's the first one for 2021. I'm Mark Sewell, and remember, the information provided here is of a general nature. You should always seek independent legal, financial, taxation, or any other advice in relation to your unique circumstances. Remember guys, I'm always here to help. Feel free to call me anytime on 0413 719 821. Let's look forward to a 2021 that will outshine 2020. Have a great year. See you soon, guys. Cheers.